Well, I'm back out here for hopefully should be the last day, maybe a little bit more in the morning, but final dress up. We're going to get topsoil on the pond dam. Got the trash rack on the trailer. I got my ladder. I'm going to go down in there and I'm going to grout that top joint right there where it's got that step in it, and probably go ahead and set that trash rack on here and start cleaning up the area where I got all the dirt from. I gotta haul a little bit more of that dirt beside the truck on that back slope. There's a little spot that's a little bit steep, and then spread everything on it. Spread the topsoil out over the dam, and finish cleaning everything up. So should go pretty smoothly. I did forget to mention the pond's coming up nicely. It's probably come up 18 inches since I plugged it up. They're calling for possibly 1.5 inches of rain tomorrow night. So if we get that much rain, it'll probably, I don't know if it'll fill it up, but it will at least 1/2 to 3/4 of the way fill it up. It's pretty impressive how much water runs into this thing. But I'm ready to see it full. It's going to be nice. Well, he's bringing the topsoil over here with the pan. Got the little dump truck bringing compost. See if you can kind of scatter that a little bit. Get all this mixed together and should have a good product to grow grass with. There we go. That'll work. Yeah, that's gonna work great. And just mix all that together when I blade it off with the dozer. It's gonna go pretty quick, I think. Well, we're getting it done. He's hauling a bunch of topsoil. I'm taking some back there on that back slope to push across back there. Got the tractor trailer dumping off a load of wheat straw. Got us a party going on. Topsoil is moved. Now it's time to load up those ashes and take them back over to the cutover where Mr. Darrell's been working on the other side of the pond. We're gonna dump them out there and he's gonna spread them out. Hopefully it's not too terribly dusty. Oh, we got wheat straw. I got another load of ashes. Oh, I probably got 3 more left. And a load of stumps. And then I'm gonna rake all that down and grade the hill out like that. He just brought another load of compost, so he's backing up there and he's scraping topsoil up over there out of that field. Doing a meta strip. And he comes down here and drags that and just kind of mixes it all together. And I drive over it, pack it down. And I'll be able to come in here with the dozer, and as I cut it and roll it over the edge, it should mix together really good, I think. Get a little more organic stuff in there. Get some good grass to grow. Good grass stabilizes everything. So the spillway is holding up real good. I'm driving this heavy truck and nothing ruts up until I get off the pond dam, and then you're like, oh, original ground, squishy. So the new road will eventually go through here. And they logged all this back here. Mr. Darrell has started stumping it, but it's kind of wet down in here. He'll eventually get all that cleared, and all this will be more pasture, or hay fields, not pasture. It's soft through here though. Oh, and bumpy. Well, we got a stuck tractor, so try to hook the haul truck to it and drag it backwards. We'll see how well that works. Looks like a little soft spot right there. I guess I can't see a whole lot, but when I guess you think you're free, you just wave your arm out the window over there or something.
Once you move me a little bit, once you see that trying to raise up, I got it.
Okay. Volvo saved today.
That's right. Yeah, I had to pull a John Deere out.
Yeah,
that's probably the first time that's ever happened.
Should have got a picture of that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. So I got all the ashes and those last few stumps loaded into the truck, hauled over there while they were working on the topsoil. All the topsoil is here now. I'm gonna jump back on the dozer, go ahead and blade it off and get the dam graded out, covered in topsoil. Last one. So I got in a groove there and really started getting it done, and got all the topsoil spread, trash loaded out. I got to clean this little corner up right here. But we hauled a bunch of this topsoil over here. It's a real sandy topsoil, and it's kind of like powder when it's dry, but when it gets wet, it goes back together, it kind of turns almost into like concrete. So it's actually, it grows good grass, and it doesn't really get muddy. So we wanted to cap all that, cap this dam in topsoil, so when you drive over it, it doesn't become a muddy mess. It's kind of weird. There's not much organics in it. That's why we put all that compost in it, so it will grow stuff. But it's really actually a structural dirt to use. I've actually seen it pack harder than clay. But I got everything all slicked up. We're gonna come up here and seed it and get some straw put out on this. The stump is about 6 inches lower in the water, so pond's coming on up again. I had a little bit of rock left, so I put that around the overflow here, just so if sticks and everything come down here, all they gotta do is be able to easily just stand right here and pull anything off of that if need be. So that'll keep any logs or anything from going down in there and clogging up that overflow pipe. Got the front edge packed down. So if you remember, the original dam ended somewhere about where this line is right here. So I've literally probably over and doubled the width of this dam. So I don't know the exact yardage, but it was probably close to about 4,500. I don't think quite 5,000 yards of dirt. It was at least 4,000, 4,500 yards of dirt. It was, that hill used to go up like 8 feet, and it's now a nice taper road around there. The haul truck definitely worked good for this project. That's the reason I went ahead and got it. I knew I was gonna have to move a lot of dirt, and I got some other projects to use it on later on this year. And I had one load of that stone left. I'll probably end up putting stone over this whole entire dam, but for right now I did the spillway, and what was left I went ahead and just extended this road out just a little bit farther, right through here. So I had a little bit of rock left. I just put it right there on the front face, so if it ever comes a big flood and the overflow can't take it, this is the emergency runaround, and it should just kind of sheet drain through here. And then I put all this big concrete right here, and that should kind of hold the grade, all those big chunks right there. So, and then eventually they'll end up cutting a road through there all the way to the back of the farm. Well, there it is. It's come a long ways. See if I can find the original before videos when I came out here and walked it the very first time, and I'll add it to the end of this video. So I'm on the dozer now. I took the excavator and pulled all that slope down. This is where I got all my dirt from, and I'm just trying to blend this hillside back into the area where I cut dirt from. I'm trying to make a nice transition out of it. Well, the borrow pit is filled back in, kind of bladed off and sloped down. Took all that topsoil and pushed it back across and pushed that hillside down, and they'll come in here and disc all this up and probably topsoil it, and they might even regrade a little, cut some more dirt off or whatever. But the dam is done. They got all the straw put out while I was gone, and matting, and it really looks good, I think. So I'm gonna see if I can fly the drone if it's not too windy and take some pictures, and we'll walk down here and show you the rest. Doesn't that look good? Everything's all nice and strawed in. Matting on the front edge. Got a nice wide dam to drive across now. Just trying to get everything stabilized and some grass coming up so that nothing washes. We're calling for some bad storms tonight. My stump is 6 inches from being covered up, so still on the rise. Got the borrow pit area graded out. Nice little swale coming down here now. Trash rack is on. Got the dissipator pad down there. Good slope to be able to go up and down and mow. Got a little rock right here to walk down to if they ever got to clean that out. And then I'll walk down here and show you the spillway. So, got a little matting on the spillway here. Driveway coming across down there, so you gotta use those little pipes over here for something. Looks a lot different than it did when I got here. Well, there it is. Looking back over there to where I cut all the dirt from. They're pulling a few branches out of the pond on a little bit on that edge that I couldn't get to. Get everything cleaned up before the pond fills up. But here's the spillway I cut in where those culvert pipes used to be at. Got a nice gentle spillway and a road crossing. Use that concrete for a channel down through there. So they got a road coming across here now. Updated overflow. Widened the dam by doubling it. Cleaned out the swamp up there, both sides, regraded some shoreline. A lot of work. And got the borrow pit all filled back in, so been a fun project. I hope you've enjoyed watching the series on this one, and I'll catch you on the next one.
And welcome to the 10-acre pond rebuild. So I looked at this job before Thanksgiving, I think, best I can remember. And what I've got to do on this one is, I come out here and did a little video, but it was tied in with another one. The new property owners have bought another 80 acres over here, and they've already been in here. They got a little mini excavator, kind of cleaning up the woods and everything. But this is a old irrigation pond, farm pond, whatever you want to call it. It was about 10 acres, and it's severely eroded. As you can see right here, there's, I don't know, 6 feet holding about, all that water back. So got to come in here and take all this out, rebuild the pond dam. I think they want to end up making it about twice as wide, and to put in a road across here. But what I've got to do is, he's already come in here. If you remember I don't know if I still have the footage from the first time I come out here, but all this was just overgrown and everything, and you couldn't really see much of the pond itself. It was just a little path across here. So he's coming here, mulched all that down with the mini and cleared that stuff right there. But there's like 2 old overflow systems out here. I got a metal pipe, I got a plastic pipe, and I got a spillway down here, and got a valve handle out here, and I don't know what's going on, but there's water coming out from everywhere. So all this is going to get taken out. As you can tell, the whole back of the dam's kind of sliding off right here. I've got all my new pipe. That was the overflow box that I unloaded in that previous video, and the 80 feet of pipe. What we're going to do is come in here and dig a giant borrow pit up there on that hill. He's got a bunch of other dirt that he can waste and everything, and use that dirt to widen this pond dam out and fill all this in and repipe that, fill that giant hole in, just regrade all this. So what I'm going to do today is try to see if that valve will open up and get this pond draining down. It's a big pond, a lot of water, not a lot of dam holding it back. So yeah, let's get on here and look at this real quick. So there's another spillway over here, and this is going to end up being the main access road to all this farm over here. So we've got to make it wider. They're going to have a lot of tractors, they do hay and stuff like that, that are going to come across this, and he doesn't feel comfortable about how narrow that is. So I'm going to widen that out. Got a slew of concrete and mess over here. So what I've got to do, I mean, there's like 4 18-inch, 15-inch pipes right here. And this, as you can tell, it's got good flow. Got good flow coming into it. That's why I'm doing that 4x4 box with a 36-inch pipe. So I'm almost tempted to come over here and just do my ditch right here. That way I have a good access over there. I think I can get that dug out pretty easily. That's what I might do, is just come over here, and if I can't get that valve to open, is take out these pipes and just, I need to reach out there and see how deep that is. And I might just be able to lower it down enough right here and tie it into that ditch to keep this pond drained down enough so that I can repair the overflow. See if I can walk down here without falling down. So I don't know what's up. I don't know if there's a valve on that metal pipe or what, but I mean, there's an old pipe down there. I got that pipe. I got this plastic pipe here that's broke off, and it's just a mess. It literally, it's just a mess. Well, we'll see if we can get that valve open, and I don't know if it'll do anything, but heck, I might be able to reach out there if I line this up and with the excavator and chop it down. I know it sounds kind of crude, but if you line it up, it don't really line. Well, I don't know. It's going to be deep out there, but I might be able to chomp down there and rip a hole in the pipe or something, and it's going to be game over then.